Yo, what's good? It's your boy Postman. I know y'all like Post. Where you been at, man? You know we need you, man. You know I know I'm about to feed the streets, the producer streets, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You know we just been busy with some projects and everything. You know what I'm saying? We got the luxury loops out there. I know some of y'all got that. Some of y'all like, what's luxury loops? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got luxury loops, y'all, oh man, that shit is killing right now. It's killing the game. But we'll get to that later on. But this video is really about something special, man. You know, something that touched my heart. It was just today. That's why I'm doing the video, man. It touched my heart so much. I got a phone call from my pops. You know, my pops is a musician or whatever. And he told me he was at the mall the other day, and a kid ran up on him selling him a beat CD. Now, let me just kind of set the stage. My dad doesn't really know what I do. Like, he knows what I do, but he doesn't really know. Like, you know how old school cats is. They can't always grasp internet marketing stuff. They just, you know what I'm saying, they old school. Like, my dad's so old school, he still records his tracks, his music on like a 8-track. Like, I'm trying to get him to finally get on the digital world. So now you understand how far back my pops is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so anyway, so a kid runs up on him. He's like, yo, this kid came to me at the mall. Was like, yo, I got a beat CD with some beats on it, and I'm selling for $5. And if you like the beats on there, you can go to my website and buy my beats off the website. And so my pop said the kid had to be no older than like 15, 14, 15 years old. So my dad was like, yo, what? Like, yo, this kid business game is on point. Like, yo, like, he said the kid was like on point. He was like, so he said, well, all right, what if you give me the beat CD and 50 Cent gets a hold of your beats and uses one of your beats to make millions of dollars? You know, 'cause my pops is like testing the kids. You know, that's how my pops is. He's a professor. So the kid was like, he said the kid on point was like, well, if he does that, I have legal rights to the music because I can show proof on my computer that I recorded it first, and it saved the date in the file, so I can use that in the court to sue and get my money. And so my pops was like, damn, like, yo, this kid is on point. So he was just telling me about the kid. I said, yo, that's one of my customers. That's a LiveOffBeats customer. I can tell you right off the bat, just by the game he was doing. That's a Marketing Magic customer, because he's selling a beat CD, Marketing Magic, telling them if he likes the music, go back to the website and buy the music. That's Marketing Magic. That's LiveOffBeats. Where you gonna get that game from? But what touched my heart was that the kid was like 15 with game like that. I'm like, damn, LiveOffBeats is impacting the world. Like, he said the kid was so on point, it shocked him. Think about it. My pops had to call me and tell me about it, not knowing that, you know, anything about it being a LiveOffBeats customer, nothing like that. He was just so impressed with the kid that he was like, yo, let me. So, you know, I'm like, damn, my customers is running up on my pops now. I mean, it just, I was so excited, like, damn, the impact. Because sometimes, you know, you get caught up in doing all this marketing stuff, you get caught up in all this stuff, and, you know, sometimes you can start missing the true essence of why you started what you started in the first place, right? That happened to you before? You start out, and then sometimes you get so lost. I mean, you got bills, you got new ideas, you got all these things, and sometimes you forget about the essence of it being just something that's impacting other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may be doing that with your music. Like, you know, you forget that how excited you were before all the beats and all that stuff, just to have someone listen to it and enjoy it. Right? Before all of that, I had to make money. Before, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, we gotta live life. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pay bills. We gotta, you know, expand. We gotta get major money. So, you know, that's part of life. But sometimes it's good to just get a refresher and go back to the essence of why we started what we started. And so to see that kid, or to hear about that kid, you know, just knowing the impact that LiveOffBeats is having on these lives, man. You know, I get emails and stuff all the time, you know, and Facebook messages and YouTube comments and Twitters and all that. But just to have that, you know, reminder of my pops, like, I don't know, it's just like kind of verifying, like, yo, this kid was on point. Like it's almost like, it's like, I don't know, I can't explain. It's like to have my pops is not a fool. You know, he's a professor, university professor, a PhD, 2 master's degrees. So if he's blown away by a kid, and that's one of my students, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like some type of, you know, it's like he meeting one of my students, my dad, which is my teacher, meeting one of my students, and was like, yo, and not knowing he's my student, going, yo, this kid is, yo, I ran into a kid whose business game is on point. And it's like, he got that from me. I taught him. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad's a teacher. He's a professor, right? So, you know, I'm just saying, like, that's man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Live Off Beats, man. Like that just brought joy to my heart to seeing the young kids getting this type of game early, so they're moving into the new world. You know what I'm saying? With this type of knowledge. And really, they should teach what I teach in schools. They should be teaching these kids this from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Because that old world, if y'all got paychecks to profits, if you got paychecks to profits, you know that old world, that paycheck paradigm, that's done with. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna have a lot of hard times if they ain't got that paycheck to profits and don't understand. But I just wanted to kind of, you know, touch on that. And there's a few other things I want to touch on. I get emails all the time. No, I don't get emails. I get emails every day, all day. You know what I mean? So I check my emails. You know, I got assistants that check them and things like that. But I check them. I've been checking them lately, making sure I stay up on, you know, what the community's saying, what y'all saying. You know, so I've been answering you guys back personally. And a common thing that I see, man, right now for some reason is, you know, and newer guys are hitting me up. I guess they're finding it now, and they're, you know, these aren't the old guys. Old guys, you know, old head Live Off Beats members, y'all already know the marketing gang, y'all selling beats. But some of the new guys now are like, you know, I've been trying to sell beats, you know, or I got a new idea, or I'm just starting out. So it's almost like, I guess, a new wave has come in, you know what I'm saying, to the Live Off Beats community. So shout out to you guys. So I'm getting a lot of easier questions, you know, like, I'm just starting out, I've been trying to sell beats, how do I get started? And some crying, you know, I had to bitch slap a couple of cats, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, you know. One guy, if you watching the video, I'm gonna get on you a little bit. I'm not gonna tell who you are, but he emailed me. He was like, man, you know, I guess I'll say I don't think he's been a Live Off Beats member because he doesn't know how we get down. So he emailed me, you know, oh man, you know, my family's struggling, you know, I can't make any money, you know what I'm saying? I need help. And so I emailed him back. I said, man, you know, I said, hey, bro, don't nobody give a shit about your family. I said, nobody give a shit about your family. I said, and two, you can make money. You know what I'm saying? That's just, nobody got time for all that crying shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You a grown-ass man. What the hell's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I said, you can't make money. I said, you can go get a rake right now, go knock on doors and rake leaves and get money right now so you can get money. That ain't true. You just, all that crying, all that shit is why you can't get no money. Get your head straight. And so, you know, I guess it shocked the hell out of me. You know, people are used to people email. He thought he was gonna get a reply like, oh man, you know, he was trying to get that sympathy shit from me, you know, because he used to manipulating everybody with that shit, you know. And they be like, oh, it'll be all right, man. You do better, man. No, you know, you gonna keep doing what you're doing if you gonna keep all that crying and bullshitting. So he emailed me back. He was like, yo, thanks, man. You know what I'm saying? I needed that. That's exactly what I needed. I know. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for 7 years. I know what you need. You know what I'm saying? I ain't help all these motherfucking people and producers, you know, all this time. I don't know what's going on. You know, so I thought that was funny, man. So some of the new cats emailing me with the crying shit, but they don't know how we get down. You know what I'm saying? We ain't a community of, you know, all that. We gonna make excuses and feel sorry for each other. We know it's money out here to get. You just got to get on your P's and Q's and get on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. Also, I get the question, you know, like a secret to success. That's been popping up too. I guess in the mainstream, you know, every couple years, you know, everybody gets kind of enamored. I made that word up or I used it wrong, but I sounded good. Get enamored or something with the idea there's a secret to success, you know. So then I've been getting that, yo, man, what's the secret? How do you a lot of times you're probably doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows who you are. Like, what's the secret? You know what I'm saying? Well, there is a secret. There's a secret. And I'm going to give you the secret right now. Truthfully, the secret is study. The secret is study, man. And I heard Bob Proctor, when I really, I mean, I've always studied, but when I really got it, that was the real secret, is when I was watching some Bob Proctor, or listening to him rather, and he said, man, there's no other, he said, what we're always trying to get is more awareness. He said, there's no other way to do it but through study. He said, there's no other way to do it. And I realized when I stopped studying, I start going backwards. You know, I never stay still. You know what I mean? I'll start sliding, but when I keep studying, what am I studying? I'm studying my craft that I'm trying to get better at. So I study marketing. and business and money, because that's what I want to keep getting better at. I know how to make music already. I have to keep studying that. All I do is I can get on the keyboard and make a hot ass track. You know what I'm saying? But right now, marketing the music and marketing and all that stuff is what I have to keep getting better at. So I just keep, you know, and I've been so enamored right now and so engrossed in my study, you know, so engrossed in getting to the next level as far as marketing. I've been buying up marketing courses like crazy. I've been spending the past week, no lie, I'm just giving y'all insight, you know. I'm just chopping up game with y'all right now just to kind of motivate the community, you know, motivate you, you know, inspire you, see, you know, what I'm doing. So I've been spending this last week at the library, the Los Angeles Public Library, and just reading, studying. You know, I left out of the library this week with 2 duffel bags full of books. You know, I done bought all kind of DVD. I mean, my money has been going towards straight marketing courses. I mean, I'm not, I mean, it's all over the place. So, you know, Dan Kennedy marketing, you know, these are different folders, man. You know what I'm saying? DVDs, CD, you know, marketing, promote, everything. Marketing, just DVDs, CD. Now, this actual course cost me $500. This is a $500 course, but it's from a guru called Dan Kennedy, man. He's a marketing genius, man. So I've been getting all this stuff. This right here, a newsletter, marketing. See that marketing newsletter? That's $60 a month newsletter. Now, what the hell could they be talking about? That's gonna cost me $60 a month just for this? Hey, you know, but they also get like a CD of the month too, so that comes with it. So hey, it's worth it, man. I've been, like I said, left the library 2 duffel bags full of stuff, man. Hours and hours of audios, DVDs, just marketing, advertising, getting to that next level. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key, man. Like that's the secret people don't know about. Like you'll get one course and then they'll listen to it one time and then be like, okay, my beats ain't selling, or why, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand. Like this is a journey. This is really, to me, marketing and business is something you should be studying all the time, because you're always going to be in the world of commerce. You understand what I'm saying? And now, especially more than ever, where, you know, you're forced into this type of scenario. Unlike before, where you just go out and get 9-to-5 jobs, you know, and you can work for 40 years, retire. That ain't happening. That ain't happening for you. Period. And I'm just being honest with you. So now more than ever, I mean, I think this is the age of the prophet. So you're gonna have to really be on your game right now. And it's a world of transition, and people don't have answers for you. Like, you know, people think the government is just going to have some kind of magic answer for them. You know, Obama saved us, and then he ain't saved us, and then, you know, the next guy's going to come along and just say, oh yeah, you know, we're going to do this and that, and you're going to realize that the government is one of the worst things you can look to as far as economic empowerment for people, because they're the one taking our tax dollars and taking the money out of your pocket and then wasting it. So I mean, asking the government to help us, you know, as far as our economic condition is one of the silliest things I've ever heard, when the government is causing many of the economic hardships of the people in the first place. So that ain't gonna work. So what are we gonna turn to? Well, I know for me, I've been doing my job with LiveOffBeats and getting it out to the people, getting it out to my people, which is the music producer, right? So there's other communities who, you know, they should be telling their people about marketing. You spread this shit. Like, and that's another thing. People come to me, they're like, Postman, somebody's copying what you're doing, and well, spread the information, man. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I want the producers to learn. Wherever you learn it from, but just get it and let's do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm always get mine. You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem. What's a problem is when producers don't have this information, and then you're struggling trying to figure out what to do, how to sell beats. You don't. But the thing is, you don't even have the foundation. That's the sap. That's why I created Paychecks to Profits, because I realized, you know, you go in out here talking about, I'm finna sell beats, and you get your website, you may hustle up a couple of beat sales, but without the foundation, I mean, you really, it's going to be a struggle. And even if you got lucky, like some of these guys got lucky, you know what I'm saying, they hit it off big because they had a little, you know, they can't, right timing, but they don't have the foundational principles of understanding on how to sustain this. And when that goes away, let's say, you know, SoundClick died. You know how many producers would lose their income overnight if SoundClick got bought out and they said, okay, we're not doing this model anymore? What would happen? People producers staking their whole entire fortunes and income on one website they don't even have control over. You know, so these type of things, that shows you they don't have the principles down. That shows you they don't understand the principles of having an asset of a list and and understand the principles of wealth building, of having something that you control and that you own, and having traffic come that. See, when you understand the principles, then it don't really matter about whether SoundClick shut down or whatever happens. You have the principles to build and expand, take it to that next level. See, principles never change, ever. Technology changes, principles don't change. So the same principles of profit that are today, and trust me, I study books. That's the thing. I study books from 1800s, 1900s. I mean, I chronicle everything. In fact, like I said, I just imagine I got 2 duffel bags full of books out of the library this week, all on business, economics, profit. And I love old. And the reason why I love studying the old stuff is because it allows me to see how they applied the same principles, but they just didn't have the same technology. But the principles never change. You see the consistent principles of how to earn profit. The same way you go on profit selling your beats and getting to the next level and expanding and making money and making big money selling your music on the internet, your beats, is the same principles they used in 1950. But they didn't have the medium of the internet. But they did it their way, right? And it's the same thing, the same struggles that we go through as producers and slash entrepreneurs. It's the same struggles that they went to in 1900 and 1850 when people were trying to get their businesses off the ground. See, the principles of success, the principles of profit, all these things don't change. It's just that our tools change, right? The internet, now I can get on video. In 1900, they couldn't get on a video and broadcast to the whole entire planet. You know what I'm saying? So they had to go from horseback, you know what I'm saying, the horseback, and talk to these people and go ride a horse, you know, for 6 months across, you know what I mean, the country, and then go talk to these people. You know, now I sit on the couch, man, and broadcast to the entire planet, and the whole planet comes to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different time. But if I apply the same principles they use to get wealthy then and create profit to this stuff here, then I'm going to be, first of all, 10 times faster, because technology is 10 times faster, or 100, actually 1,000,000 times faster. And as well, the amount is 1,000,000 times faster because I'm reaching more people. And so that's the thing that, as a producer, why are we talking about this? Because that's what you got to understand is happening with music production. See, my pops come from the old school. And right now we're just chopping up game. That's all I'm doing. So I'm all over the place right now. There's no coherence. I'm just excited, you know what I'm saying, to come talk to the community. So my pops old school. So he's like, you know, we're talking about the business side thing. He's like, so, you know, are they trying to, you know, get, you know, guys like 50 Cent and these top artists on the beats? You know what I mean? Is that how they, you know, finally, you know, make money as a producer? He's still thinking about having to reach the top 1% or 0.5% of artists that have these big budgets, and then you can make it as a producer. And I was explaining to him, no. You know, back in the day, that's how we thought, right? You got to reach the top 1%, and finally when you get there, you make it. But I said, you know, it's a funny thing because there's a middle 45% of artists that, you know, it's just sitting there that has money to spend, and they're looking for places to spend money, and they have a music career that's doing okay, or they want to do a music career, and they have money to spend, and they just need beats in their price range. So I said that's where I would focus as a producer, is on that 40%, and that's what I teach. Not on the bottom, you know, 59%. You know, the bottom 59% of the people, artists that just broke, they just talking, got a sock over their microphone. You know, they ain't finna buy nothing. I wouldn't even say that's, I would say more, so that's like 20%. But anyways, I reach for that middle 40%, you know, that middle 40% that has disposable income. They're buying things like big screen TVs. So they're buying shoes that cost $200. You understand what I'm saying? They're going out to eat with one night out is costing them, you know, 40, 50 bucks. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to get their haircut that costs $30, so they can spend $30 on a beat, you know, invest in their music career. So I say focus on that, and then you have a lot more of those people, and then you build a customer base, and then you have a business. And then if you get to sell to those top 1%, you get a placement, fine. That's part of your business. Put that on your catalog. Get that type of money. But at the same time, you're not depending on just having to stay there. And if you don't sell in the top 1%, and then you're going to just go flat broke, I don't believe in that type of structure. So I was telling him it's a new day, though. Because back in the day, it was hard to reach, to find all these artists, right? I mean, it's like before the internet, how do you find all these artists? You know, you were going to studios, you were camping out at studios in South Carolina, any artists here, you know, and then you would, you know, shop your CD, your beat CD. But things have changed so dramatically now that, again, they're all on the internet. You don't have to find them, so to speak. They're trying to find you. So this is and all over the world. Again, not even just in your region. We're talking worldwide here. So, you know, this time that we live in, if we apply those old principles, which is the point, to this technology we got now, I mean, it's some things that, I mean, it's going to blow your mind, the speed of which wealth is being created. And it's already happening. You know, I'll be researching stuff all the time, guys making, not producers, but just people starting their little websites, making $1 million a month from their living room, working less than 2 hours a day. Now, see, if I say that, it don't even make sense to most people, huh? Making $1 million a month, working less than 2 hours a day, and they selling a package on how to lose weight, 6-pack abs and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Now, if I say that with hardly no employees, with like 3 virtual employees that they don't even know personally, talk to me. See, that's the type of stuff that's going on today. That we, you know, the news doesn't focus on that. So you're watching the news and they're telling you everything's crashing. They don't show you all these people and all these things that's happening, these great things, these great businesses and people just like you and me. And now we're doing this in the music producer space. I mean, you don't really hear that. You know, when you go on, you know, thisis50.com and allhiphop.com, they're showing you only the producers who are selling to the top 1%. You see the Hit Boy or the Mike Will Made It, for real, you know, but they don't show you the guys who, you know, have successful businesses that don't sell to those guys but are selling to the mid-level artists. Well, that's what LiveOffBeats does. We teach you, but then also we're presenting these guys. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, it's still levels of success out there for producers that may not get shine on these major outlets, but we're going to give them shine because we're proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And then this gives you something realistic to try to reach to. You understand? Because every producer can sell to the top middle 40%. You understand? That's wide open, as opposed to trying to reach into some clique. You know, I heard a story about J. Cole. I tell you, this is a funny story. You know, he signed to Jay-Z now, but in 2007, he was saying that before he signed to Jay-Z, he found out Jay-Z was working on what album was that? That American Gangster album. He said he saw on the internet where Jay-Z still had to finish the album. So J. Cole somehow knew what studio Jay recorded at. And so him and his boy went out there, stood in the rain for 3 hours waiting for Jay-Z to pull up because he had a beat CD that he made some beats that would go perfectly for American Gangster. He said that nigga Jay-Z gets out of the car, pulls up in the Phantom, dude opens the car, Jay gets out the car door, J. Cole rolls up on him with a beat CD. Now this is how most of the producers think, right? This is because we all been here. You know, pulls out a beat CD, hands it to Jay. If Jay was like, yo, what is this? He was like, yo, it's a beat CD. Jay was like, I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey, J. Cole's like, man, I want to say, man, you asshole. You know what I'm saying? He said, you wait 3 hours in the rain. Jay told the nigga, man, I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you spending your whole lifetime trying to get into that 1%, don't you realize that you know you got to know some people? You know what I'm saying? It's a click thing. You know what I'm saying? You can break. I'm not saying you can't break in. I'm just saying, you know, I wouldn't depend on that as my strategy for success as a music producer. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that was a funny story. Jay told me, I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just laughing because as a producer, I know my mind frame. That's how I used to think. Because then the type of stories they always used to feed us. You know, them book. You know, Kanye slept on the steps, and then all of a sudden, you know, he handed somebody a beat CD, and he just blow up. Them stories, that was the bullshit story they used to feed us all the time when the major producers popped off, right? That was the only, so we thought that's what you had to do. J. Cole followed that same line. Jay-Z told me, I don't want that shit. I just can imagine how J. Cole felt right there, boy. As a producer, you know, you like, dang, you know, he had a dream. You know how we get. He was dreaming about Jay on the record, blowing up. He was dreaming about his Grammy. You know that's what J. Cole was dreaming. You know how we do. We start fantasizing like, damn, Jay gonna hear this track. He gonna pop off. He gonna get on it. He gonna want to sign me to the rock. You know what I'm saying? As a producer, I'm finna be all over, you know, everywhere. Hit singles. You know what I'm saying? Jay told me, I don't want that shit, man. So, you know, that's what I'm saying, man. You know, so it's just about smartening up. And that's why I learned marketing, because I said, okay, you know, how do we put it in our own hands? That's putting our livelihood in somebody else's hands. And so that's what the marketing is about. You understand what I'm saying? The marketing is about putting it out there and letting those who want it come to us. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to a brother the other day. I said, you know, we only want to talk to the people that want to talk to us. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of wasting time, you know, he wasted 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? And Jane won't talk to him. So why he wastes all that time? So we don't want to waste no time talking to nobody who ain't trying to talk to us. So we market, and it's like throwing out the bait, right? You're throwing out the bait for the fish hook, and you reel them on in. You know, so that's why, to me, learning marketing is the most valuable skill, because marketing, again, this stuff has not changed from the beginning of time to now. The principles ain't changed. But now, if you apply the same principles that work, I wish you could understand what I'm trying to tell you, man, how good you got it if you just go get it. You know, I study marketing from, let's say, like 1940s and 50s. I got some books, something like right around here. Like these guys right here, Dan Kennedy, this guy, he's from old school. He's from the 1970s. That's where, you know, he started marketing. Do you know when these guys marketed, there was no internet. So they used to put ads in like phone books. They still do. And it still makes a lot of money. Newspapers, those mailing to people's houses. And they had to sell so good that someone had to read the shit. There was no video. There was no audio. You understand? They had to read it and get so excited for this product. No samples or nothing. Just reading it. Wow, I want this. Fill out a check. Put it in an envelope. Put a stamp on it. And go mail it. You understand? And they still made millions of dollars by applying the same thing. So they had to get people to take all those steps. Now all you got to do is get somebody to click a button and the money right into your account. You understand what I'm saying? But the principles that they use to sell then is the same principles we using now, but with technology it make it 10 times easier, 10 times cheaper, 10 times faster, and 10 times more profitable. See? Y'all don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. I just give you the game, because when I was coming up as a producer, didn't nobody know none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? They still don't know it. I taught it all. I mean, you know, now producers, you know, this is a common thing now, sell beats on the internet. You know, that shit, I started it, period. I wrote the book on it, literally. You know, and started the whole thing, the whole move. No one ever even thought about selling no goddamn beats online like that. Not in a systematic way. And it's a good thing now. Now we're moving on to the next step, which is how do we increase now? Now we already selling. You know, you selling a beat here, a beat there. How do we systematically sell it? And I know your next thing is how do you get traffic to your beat site? That's the next thing. You got your, it's like putting a store on the corner. How do you get people in there? Because now you got the store, you got good food, but ain't nobody walking in there to buy none of the food. It don't matter how good the food is. You ain't cooking none. You ain't getting no money. So I'm going to be going into traffic. I'll be doing some videos on traffic, because I know that's like the biggest thing right now that you're facing is how to get that traffic. So I know I've been going on tonight. You know, I got some big plans tomorrow. So I gotta get a little sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to sleep now. It's only 11 o'clock. I'm actually finna study. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get back to studying. You know, that's me right now. So if you want to know what Postman doing right now, I'm studying. I'm getting back so I can get to that next level. You know, we got luxury loops out there. Shout out to Kev producer, Chris Brown producer, Tank, you know, all kind of stuff, love of hip hop, all that. You know what I'm saying? He's loops right now. He got the hottest loops on the market. Shout out to Trauma drums. You know what I'm saying? Hottest drums ever, you know, ever come out. Period. Anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Super producers everywhere using them. You know what I'm saying? Swear by them. You know, shout out to Postman. You know what I'm saying? Top, you know, marketer in the music production niche. Period. Really one of the top marketers, period, you know what I'm saying, as far as what he knows. You know, I know I talk about myself in third person, but, you know, I feel good sometimes when you just kind of tell, you know, it's like bossy, you know, I'm a top Postman. Y'all know it's me, but, you know, hey, you know, sometimes it feels good. But, anyway, man, I'm clowning now, man. We just going all out. Love y'all, man, you know what I'm saying, summertime, you know, if there's one thing I want to leave you with is stick with it. Stick with it. You know, one book that I always, and I don't know, I have it right in front of me. Look, this is right here on the floor though. Look at that. I think I'm bullshitting. Just from live advertising secrets on the written word. Right now, I'm a mess right now in my living room. Just books, marketing everywhere. You come in here, it's marketing. Look at that. The copy workshop. That's all about copywriting, which, you know, writing ads. All this. I'm studying old school ads. You see that? It's old school. You understand? I told you I go back to the old school. And see when this book was written. This book was written. When this shit was written, but probably not written that long ago. But the ads in it are from look, it says when I started in the business in 1966. So these ads are like hella old. You understand what I'm saying? Look at that, historic. So I'm studying. I told you I'm studying the old marketing. You know what I'm saying? Old shit. Look at that old ass dude right there. Look at him, old ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Drink orange. Look at the Sunkiss ad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm studying right now. You know what I'm saying? 80 scrapbook. So I'm just studying right now. You feel me? But anyways, I went all over the place again. But the book that I was saying is study. I like to read business profiles. Right now I'm studying African American business profiles. You know, books on their stories of success. I got a couple from the library. Why do I do that? Because one common theme in every single goddamn success story, from every single book I've ever studied, is one common theme, and that is it was a struggle period. You know what I'm saying? There was a struggle period. Times where they felt like giving up. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they were trying for some time. Some people for 4 or 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years. Russell Simmons included. And there's this period, and that's the period that makes or breaks you. If you stop, if you say I'm going to give up, then you're gonna end up like everybody else. It's the ones that say, you know, I'm gonna keep going, even though sometimes we don't see the next step, and it don't seem like how in the hell I'm gonna get out of this situation. But it's the ones that stick with it. That's a common thing. So that's why I was saying, if I want to leave you with something, is no matter how long, you know, you've been trying and ain't been working, you know, stick with it. Because at the end of the day, just by sticking with it, you're going to keep learning new things and keep learning new ways to do it. Now, if you're an idiot and you just keep doing the same shit, you're not studying either, and you just keep doing the same over and over again, now obviously you ain't going to go no goddamn way. I don't care how long you stick with it. But obviously that's not you. You wouldn't be watching this video. So, you know, you keep studying, keep learning new things, and stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Just stick with it. And you know, we all get unmotivated. We all procrastinate. We get lazy. We get tired of bullshit. You know, but that's the human condition. You know what I'm saying? That's the human condition. So you're not alone in that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like we're alone in that, but it's just the human condition. So it's okay to be a human being. It's okay to make mistakes. You know, it's okay for things not to always work out immediately when you thought they would. You know, that's okay. It's okay to have the haters hate. You know, they gonna hate. That's just what they do. I can't explain the phenomena of the hater. That's just what they do. You don't even spend time trying to figure them out, argue with them. Just let them do what they do. That's their job. You know what I'm saying? You do your job, which is get on your shit and keep getting better and progressing and finally building, you know, the empire you're trying to build it and be who you're trying to be. You know, and you know, don't forget about your legacy. You know, these just thoughts. You know, like I said, because I haven't done video in a while, so this is a kind of a long video. You know, and you know, I'm thinking about legacy. You know, don't forget about, you know, why you started doing the music thing. You know, again, like I said, we get sidetracked by why we start things because it's so much other things in our lives that we got to go on. But if we could just try to find, you know, the essence of why we started this thing and why it was fun in the first place, I would say, you know, do that too. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as you can. You know, again, every day, you know what I'm saying? Every day ain't a good day. Every day ain't a bad day. Some days is great. Some days you're like, you know, just the human condition. You know what I'm saying? The human condition. So, you know, don't feel like you that far behind. That's another thing I would say. You know, don't always feel like you're so far behind. You know, because you're a lot further ahead than you think just by nature of the things you already learned and try to apply. You're already in the top 5% in that category, but we're looking at certain measurements, which is okay, of success, and we don't have those things yet all the time, and so we don't realize we're already far along in the process, and some things in our mind don't match up with our reality yet, but sometimes it just be like that. It's just a progress, it's a process, and we just have to keep walking that path. So I would say too, sometimes just stop and be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Just stop and be grateful for how far you have come along compared to where you were. Where now your emotions are, you're happier. You know what I'm saying? You have more hope than you did before now that you've embarked on this path, especially being here with LiveOffBeats. You know what I'm saying? You start to see more possibilities for your life. You know what I mean? Just, again, these aren't things that we can do 24 hours a day. Sometimes we get ungrateful. Sometimes we get angry. Sometimes we want to smack the shit out of somebody. Sometimes we want to cry. Sometimes we don't feel so motivated. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't feel that we actually making any progress at all. Sometimes we feel stuck. And this is just the truth. This is just me being honest about true things that I go through. You know what I'm saying? People look at me sometimes and be like, damn, Post, he's way over here. But I look at myself the same way that you look at yourself. Believe it or not, because I have these dreams and goals, and I go, oh man, I'm not moving fast enough, or, oh man, I made mistakes, and I beat myself up over those mistakes. I failed in certain areas. You know what I mean? I took too long in certain areas, and it's just it's just the story of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that get you down. And I'm just trying to get these things out there. You know what I'm saying? Just if any way it may motivate you or help you to see, that if you look up to me in any way, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like you. But the only difference, I think, between me and anybody is my tenacity on my study. That's just the difference. Like, there's no day that I'm not learning and studying this shit, man, because I want to be great at what I do. You know what I'm saying? I want to really understand this market. I want to really know it deeper and understand it. So I would say that's the only thing that separates me from a lot of people is I understand that I got to study. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep studying my craft. And when I don't, sometimes I go through periods where I get cocky and arrogant. And I'm like, I know this shit, and shit start going downhill. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. You know what I'm saying? And so I had a producer hit me up, and he said, man, I ain't buying nothing else, man, until I sell a beat. I said, man, yeah, I said, man, nah, I said, that ain't true. I said, you gonna go buy some shoes, you gonna go buy clothes, you gonna go buy food. I said, you gonna buy some stuff before you sell a beat. What you telling me is you're not going to invest in your knowledge and education until you sell a beat. I said that to me is ignorant. This time you got it backwards. You should be spending all your money on marketing and selling and understanding every course of LiveOffBeats until you sell a beat. But why would you say? But see the mentality is, if I don't sell a beat, I'm gonna stop studying until I sell a beat. I'm gonna stop getting new information until I sell it. You see how silly that is? But that's how people think. That's how people think. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's how he was taught. And I can tell you right now, if he didn't change his mindset after that email, he's struggling right now, and he's gonna struggle for a long time because he got it backwards. He got it backwards. You study, get courses. And I don't give a damn if you never sold nothing in your life. You keep studying courses, and then the result of that is the sales come from that. You see? Oh, when I get a sale, then I'm going to start investing in my... That's crazy. It's like somebody saying, that's like Coach LeBron saying, when I get to the NBA, I'm going to start studying how to really play basketball. I'm going to start studying the plays once I get to the NBA. Then I'm going to learn how to play. You would say this dude is crazy. If someone said, no, I ain't practicing. I ain't gonna practice. I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna learn plays and all that strategy. I'm gonna do all that when I get to the NBA. When I get to the NBA, then I'm gonna start studying and learning the basket. I mean, you would say that, but then we do that, right? Until I get some sales, I'm not gonna study marketing and sales. I don't know, man. I thought that was just fucking hilarious. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was hilarious, but that's how people think. It's crazy that this is a society that raises human beings to think like that. You know, you go to school for 12 years, man, and you come out like that. You know what I'm saying? What did they teach you in school? I'm just going on and on, man. I'm not high either, man. I'm not high or drunk. I'm just high on life, man. You know what I'm saying? I love kicking it with y'all, and I haven't done it in a while. It's been months. So, you know, I got a lot of stuff to get out with y'all, man. You know, it's my release. But, all right, let me get out. I said 12 minutes ago. You kept me here, man. But, all right, man. Much love, man. I'm gonna stay updated more than I have been. I promise you that. It's just been a crazy couple weeks, maybe a month. You know what I'm saying? Since about the end of March, my grandma passed. You know what I'm saying? Then dealing with that, and then so you know, then working new products, launching and stuff like that. So you know, but we back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some more shit popping, man. I know y'all been begging me for courses. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a course, another course. We got Paychecks to Profits though. If you ain't got that one yet, man, get that. Cause that's principles. That's the principles. Ooh, Paychecks to Profits, boy. That shit is. That's 10 hours too, but I put 10 hours of game in there. 10 hours of everything that I know about. Cats got that course. Okay, I'm going real quick. I just self-serving. It's promotion, all that in one. But I got the cats hit me up like, yo, I listened to that course and I'm already creating new revenue streams of profit already. After one day, because it's intense. Because it's showing you how to create, not just sell beats. It ain't about selling no beats. It's about creating profit streams. I just created another revenue stream that already got, y'all don't understand how Post is thinking, man. We taking over the game. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm teaching you what I do. I'm teaching you what Post does. I mean, you can't, I'm teaching you what I do. We just launched another loot company with a membership, $37 a month. You know what I'm saying? We already got, got over 100 members. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just saying, man, you know, I'm giving you the game, Paychecks to Profit. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get in the game on how to do this. I'm excited. I listen to Paychecks to Profits and learn and get excited because it's 10 hours. I'll be like, damn, I told them that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got Paychecks to Profits, man. Damn, man. What you doing? What you doing, son? Get that course. You say, Post, you going crazy. Because that course excites the hell out of me. Just how much game is in there. And how the people that listen to it is going like, damn, like they really changing their mindset, really changing their life. Like, whoa, I see things because it's designed to change every way you see everything when it comes to money, and designed to get you out of that framework of just getting one source of income and you getting paid from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources of income right now. I got 5. Solid sources of income. Automated income. All that shit is automated too. Automated income. So if I don't do shit right now, I got money coming in from 5 different places. Think about that. If I just went to sleep if I went in a coma for 8 months, I have 5 sources of income coming in right now. So think about that. Think about that. But anyways, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. You know, when we start talking about money, man, I get so excited, man, because you know that's where I'm at. But Profitable, Profits, checking out. Love you. You know, stick with it. Peace.